the automotive industry, every manufacturer is striving for more energy-efficient vehicles. Steel has been and remains the best way for automakers to achieve those goals. Steel manufacturers have a fundamental understanding of the term efficiency, both in the production of steel and how it helps reduce the overall carbon emissions of automobiles. Because of this, steel is the most energy-efficient material in automotive use today.
The best way to measure the impact of a vehicle is to measure the entire life cycle emissions for the vehicles.
Life cycle is very important because if you're producing a material for use in the automotive industry, if it takes a lot of greenhouse gases to produce that material, that can offset some of the advantages that you get through lighter weight structures and improved fuel economy.
From the time that you're mining the ore, transport it to the manufacturing installations, produce the material, the automotive OEM uses it in its car, and at the end of the life of the car, and it's got to be recycled. That process is life cycle analysis.
That's causing us to really kind of rethink our decision-making process and material selection. We're looking at not just the mass reduction, but also the kind of life cycle impact.
If we consider the entire life cycle, steel is the most stable product for automotive usage.
Steel is unique in the fact that it is the only material that achieves emissions reductions in all phases of the vehicle's life cycle.
Because the material is higher strength, you can use less material. This reduces the impact of the production phase of the vehicle.
The production phase is very efficient. You have low energy that is required for 1 kilogram of steel, which is not the case of aluminum or carbon fiber or magnesium production.
If you're manufacturing a car out of alternative materials and you're using a lot more greenhouse gases to be able to produce that vehicle, you're going to end up using so much more during the production phase that you'll never make it up over the use phase of that vehicle.
The magnetic properties and recyclability of steel can reduce the end-of-life phase as well.
But whereas in aluminium, it's a far more difficult proposition. Apart from the fact that it is cumbersome, it's also painstaking in terms of money. Whereas steel recycling becomes far more easier.
All of those steel parts can be remelted and made back into any of the steel grades that are currently used on the vehicle.
So steel is one of the few automotive materials that will reduce the environmental impact across the vehicle's entire life cycle.